Just wanted to go over a couple quick things on the political pipe tonight before we go to bed. I just wanted to discuss the Rittenhouse case, then the infrastructure bill and what's really in it. So let's go. Rittenhouse. First of all, the gun charge has now been thrown out. In Wisconsin, if you're 16 and 17, you can carry a long gun. So they can't even charge him with the minor in possession of a gun. And so all the defense witnesses, I've been watching the whole trial, all the defense witnesses have all stated like the same thing to the guy who got killed, the pedophile who was just let out of the mental institution that morning. Anyway, the guy who got killed, Rosenbaum, was diving for the weapon, reaching for it when he got shot. He had told Kyle and other people if he saw them out alone that night, he was going to kill them. And let's not forget, he left a mental institution to go right down and join a violent mob. Man was a pedophile who raped a bunch of little boys. Okay, so anyway, all the prosecution witnesses have proved is that it was self-defense completely. I mean, one guy even admitted, yeah, I had a gun pointed at his head. Another guy admitted, well, you called me into your prosecutor's office and tried to get me to change my testimony. And so, not to mention, the prosecutor has repeatedly committed constitutional violations, complete prosecutorial misconduct. I mean, I've never seen a prosecutor have to be scolded so much by the judge on the law and the Constitution. Okay? Well, and even though the judge is allowing them to seek lesser charges than first-degree murder now, okay? The closing arguments are Monday. All the evidence has been presented, and the judge still has the option, if he doesn't like the verdict, he has the option to suspend that verdict and lay out his own. I mean, that's the law. That's basic constitutional law. If he feels that the jury has bent the knee to the mob because they're scared and have not followed the letter of the law when it comes to this and their verdict, he could let Kyle walk. He could declare a mistrial with prejudice. He still has that option. Kyle could get a full acquittal too. So I'm hoping he does. They've already deployed the National Guard to Wisconsin, preempted before closing arguments. The Wisconsin National Guard has already been deployed to Kenosha in anticipation of riots. All right, so moving on to this infrastructure bill. $1.2 trillion. Man, that's a lot of bread, especially when we're coming out of a pandemic and we don't really have it to spend. But let's just look at what's in that bill and where this money's going. Because what I found out from actually reading this bill, oh boy, this is interesting. Out of the 1.2 trillion, only 110 billion is going to actual roads and infrastructure, real infrastructure, roads, waterways, gas mains, stuff like that. But here's the thing. Out of that 110 billion, a billion of that is going to completely demolish certain highways. Highways that they deem are, quote, racist. Our new transportation secretary says $1 billion is going to demolishing, quote, racist highways. Highways he claims that were put up a long time ago to divide white and black neighborhoods. Highways were put up for convenience, so that you didn't have to drive surface streets, suck up a lot of gas, and take forever to get places. You could drive the highway because it was straight, fast, and safe. Now Buttigieg wants these highways torn down because they're, quote, racist highways. Okay. $5 billion is going for green energy. $400 billion to new social programs to help families of color. $100 billion is going to the DNC. There's going to be more money for states. There's going to be money for state to state for them to take care of their own infrastructure, but more money is going to be given to states that have defunded their police and ended prosecutions. And of course, there's $400 million in there going to combat whiteness and white supremacy in the name of human infrastructure. Just like the social programs, $400 billion to the social programs, $400 million in there to go combat white supremacy. And even with all that, that still doesn't add up to 1.2 trillion. Okay? Do you know how much 1.2 trillion is? It's 1,200,000,000,000. That's a lot of money. I bet they're going to funnel more than just a billion, 100 billion to the DNC. DNC is probably going to get more like 300 or 400 billion just to help pass out candidates because they want to flip more states to blue. They want more of us to go with this woke agenda of critical race theory. They want us to go out of this America first idea. They want it to be China and Russia first, America last. Anyway, all of these programs are going to help China. Meanwhile, Biden's going to shut down another pipeline, which is probably going to drive the national average on gas up to about $7 or $8 an hour, gallon, and it's probably going to drive some places up to as much as $15 a gallon. All right, so that's it for tonight. If you want to learn more about this kind of stuff, you can just sit and simply watch things like the Rittenhouse trial for yourself. Sit and watch the Senate proceedings where they discuss these bills. Okay? Sit and watch and listen to what is said. Take it in, process all of it, make an informed decision for yourself. Okay? Stop being a sheep. Stop listening to CNN. Stop listening to MSNBC. These are all now lamestream media. As always, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Till next time, Patriots.